Hello, everybody. It's been a couple of days, so I decided to make a couple of these videos. You guys might be wondering why these are coming up instead of my usual schedule, and I'm going to explain that. But people have been mentioning to me since probably about last Wednesday on Drak Shadow as well as Drak channel or my channel that uploads have gotten really wonky. And on top of that, I actually missed the latest episode of Geek News where my buddy Romney, as well as Alex, the Shadow Blazer, and Brinton all stood in for me and took care of the podcast that week. And I do appreciate that and thank them so much for doing it. And if you guys aren't following them on YouTube, you should be. Because they're awesome guys. But I've been getting a lot of questions of what happened because they tried to explain it. And I'm not saying that they did a bad job or anything like that. But I've been getting a lot of what happened, are you okay? So I figured I would make this video just to kind of do answering that question as well as how that's going to affect the channel, because it is going to have a little bit of an impact on it. People might be noticing on some of the videos that are coming out that I actually was prepping for a vacation. And that was true. Because I was getting ready to have, like, you know, my wife was taking time off. We were actually going to take August 14th through that week off so that we could, I could do some cleaning up. I could update my computer if I needed to, things like that. You know, I did have some parts that I wanted to put in. So, but around Wednesday, I started to notice that I was having a really nasty chest cold that just wasn't going away, and it was getting difficult to do these recordings and not just like cough up a lung. So I figured I was probably getting sick and decided to go visit the doctor. Well, I've got a little bit of a chest cold that's going on, but the other problem too is that I also got some other bad news in that process, and that was that when they do your typical checking all that stuff, you know, the weight, the blood pressure and all that, my blood pressure was actually higher than it's ever been. And I'm not going to give exact numbers, but I was told that it was basically pre-hypertension, if not hypertension levels. And for those who don't know what that is, that's basically setting yourself up for a fall. Okay, that's getting yourself into stroke and heart attack range. And I actually looked my doctor in the eye. I'm like, all because I have a stupid chest cold. And after having a long kind of session with him and discussing the situation, it was pretty much determined that the level of stress that I was under due to managing all of the things that I manage was the major cause of this. And in fact, we even did a test. I took a few days off, obviously, while you guys didn't see a lot of those videos go up. And my blood pressure seemed to start evening itself out. So in a lot of cases, that the decision after talking to my doctor as well as my wife and a few other people was made that maybe I ought to extend my vacation at least another week. So what's going to happen is that I'm actually going to be starting this week, hence why you haven't seen any new uploads. What does that mean for the people who are waiting for their last weeks? Those are going to go up. I'm editing them in between trying to get some rest. So you guys are going to get your videos, and then I'm just going to be taking, and another thing too, this doesn't affect Drak and Shadow. Drak and Shadow will still have their regular uploads because that's not as frequent as my channel is, but my channel is going on a 2-week vacation while I try to recover from this whole thing, as well as look into some solutions that my doctor and my wife and others have given me to be able to solve the situation. First of all, for those who do love and expect videos from the channel, I do apologize. I'm not trying to create problems out of this, but you know, I got news that I never expected that I was going to get. Where my family actually does have, you know, a history of high blood pressure, I don't. I actually dodged that bullet. And so the fact that I'm getting that is a very strong indication for me that I needed to be taking some time off, because the last thing I want to do is do something that would harm my little girl, my family, and me in the hospital would. So I know that people were like, well, Markiplier went into the hospital. Markiplier didn't want to go into the hospital, people. He just did. So I'll bet you that if he had hindsight on the matter, he'd stop himself. So that's why you guys are going to see like the end of the week kind of end out. I'm going to put up the Twitter and all that stuff so you guys can watch those videos. And Drak and Shadow videos won't be affected, but my channel will. For the next 2 weeks, there won't be any videos. I am sorry for those who expect that. If you want to unsubscribe to me because of a 2-week vacation, that's completely up to you. I'm not necessarily going to hold that against you. But after this vacation, I will be coming back with a regular schedule. I will be catching up on a ton of stuff. So you guys will be getting some active content for a while there because, I mean, Voltron just barely released, so I'm going to be doing vlogs on that. I think by the time I get back, the Defenders will be up, so you guys are going to be getting content on that. But another thing that might also happen is I'm also working with my doctor and wife and others to figure out a way to lessen the amount of stress. Don't get me wrong, I love you guys, and I love doing what I do. But I'm not going to harm my family or myself in the process of doing it. That doesn't sound like a good end result to me. So I am going to be talking to people about maybe amending. You guys might have another schedule update coming down the pike for a little while, just to help me kind of curb off this problem. I mean, obviously I'm a fairly big guy, so that's not helping me in that regard. And then added stress, which is the leading cause here. I don't want to necessarily create problems in my own personal life as well as for my family. So you guys might be getting a schedule update in that regard to help accommodate for that. Not because I hate you, because I, want to live a happy, long life with my family, as well as be able to provide content for you guys. So that's probably going to be happening down the line, but this is just a quick update video to let you guys know I'm taking a vacation, doctor ordered, wife ordered, whatever you want to call it, and I'm happy to be able to do it because my family matters to me and my life matters to me. So again, I apologize for the inconvenience that causes for some, but hopefully you guys will stick around. Check out all of the awesome content that I already do have up. Check out the reviews. Check out the Let's Plays that I have. Maybe I've done a game that you didn't think that we did, and you guys can check those out while I get the much-needed rest and relaxation I need to be able to come back better and stronger than ever. So until then, I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Take care.